Hi, this video is a bit different from what I usually do, since today I am not doing a Monster High repaint, but I am working on my very own ball-jointed doll. This cute you see on the screen is ZAFIRA. She is 25cm 3D printed doll that I sculpted, but more about her later. I started with making a wig for her, so I took some acrylic yarn and brushed it out using a cat brush. Then I straightened it with hair straightener. This makes yarn smooth and shiny. I took foil and glue to make some wefts. Then it was time for some eyes. I 3D printed bases and filled them with blue acrylic paint, soft pastels and mica powder. For pupils, I've used Vallejo black paint because of its amazing coverage. So now it's time for some clothes. Since I want this doll to be cotton candy inspired, I wanted her to have a big puffy dress. I prepared all pieces of camera. Those three parts are gonna be top of her dress. I'm sewing them together right sides in, starting at the shoulders. For the collar, I decided to use this fancy ribbon. Then I added sleeves. I used netting, pink one for outside and white as inside. Then I closed the sides. Quick reminder, in the description box below you can find a link to my Etsy store where I have some PhD heads for 3D printing, so as STL files listed. We can move to the bottom part of the dress. For that I will need a white fabric circle and rectangular netting. I added same fancy ribbon at the bottom of white fabric, then I used gathering stitch on netting, making it the right length to fit white circle. Then I stitched up everything together right sides in and I added closure. Obviously I did some finishing touches, and by that her dress is done. Back to the wig. Off camera I prepared a wig cap. I protected ZAFIRA's head with some foil and then I painted cap. When it dried, I started gluing the wefts directly to the wig cap. Body blushing time. I usually don't blush my Monster High dolls, but I like it on BGDs. I sprayed everything with Vallejo Premium Matte Varnish and applied soft pastel dust, making shades, highlights and blush. I overdid it on knees and her chest, but they will be mostly under clothing, so it's not a big deal. I also applied a lot of mica powder. I fixed everything with varnish. So as I said at the beginning, time for some more informations about ZAFIRA. She is the first doll in my own doll line Little Fantasy. She is 3D printed BGD that soon will be available to purchase in my Etsy store. There will be 3 different skin tones: sand, the one I'm working on, sky, which is blue, and snow, which is obviously white. ZAFIRA will come in 3 types. First one is a full set. It's a doll with face up, with a wig, with clothing and shoes. There will be only one of them available, and she will be sky skin tone. The second one is sanded and assembled dolls, which is full blank doll. There will be only 2 of them available, one in sand and one in snow. And lastly, there will be kit. So all the pieces and things you need to assemble ZAFIRA yourself. There will be available 2 kits of each skin tone. What more can I say? ZAFIRA is my first project like this that I'm actually going to finish. As I mentioned, Little Fantasy is a doll line, so there will be more little BGDs coming in the future. All of them will be around 20 to 30 centimeters and will be fantasy creatures. ZAFIRA doesn't have any specific species, so she can be anything you want. She is a great doll to carry around. She is not too big and not too small. Follow me on Instagram to see all the updates about her. As the last step on her body, I painted her nails blue. So it's time for her face off. I want her to be really cute, like cotton candy. I started with soft pastels, giving her a shadow and some blushing. On her ears, I added mixture of mica powder with pastel dust to give her more fantasy look. Sadly, they are not visible with her wig on. I used this tiny flat makeup brush and soft pastel dust to make a base shape for her eyebrows. On the next layer, I started doing some individual hairs. I took tiny wet brush and used my pencils just like watercolor paint. More blushing with pastels and lines on her lips. I used red pencil on her waterline and some white for highlights. Quick reminder that all my social media are linked in the description box below. Every time I feel like I can't do anything more on current layer, I just go to my airbrush and add another one. I decided to give her a little eyeliner, so I did a sketch with pencil and then filled it with black paint. With the same paint I did her bottom lashes. Finally, I added mica powder all over her face and fixed everything with Vallejo varnish. But she is not finished yet. She still needs lashes. And gloss. I applied it on her nails and waterline. Unfortunately, when I was applying it on her lips, some gloss varnish slipped under her lip, and when I tried to clean that, I accidentally wiped a bit of her lip. Gosh, too much lip in one sentence. Luckily, I managed to fix my mistake by mixing some pastel dust with gloss varnish and applying it on her white lip. The difference is barely visible. Finally, I have to string her. I put soft material as a protection so I won't scratch her or anything. I found out those surgery cloths are really helpful while stringing dolls. I put her eyes in and secured them with blue tack. Off camera I put her clothes and shoes on, as well as a wig. And she's finished. Hope you like the result. Bye. See you soon.